This week on Channel 8 News, we'll be looking at the bombing of the Kramatorsk Railway Station, followed by the confirmation of the Supreme Court Justice, Ketanji Brown-Jackson.
After that, we'll be looking at Northwest Celebration of Quality event, followed by the awards and recognition ceremony. Your Channel 8 News starts right now.
Thanks for tuning in to Channel 8 News. The show provides news coverage on the Northwest Missouri State University campus and the Maryville community. Stepping in for Courtney Rowe, I'm Colby Holtman.
And I'm Alexis Kuhnert. Before getting into this week's stories, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications button for all the latest news and updates.
We need to warn you, some of the images and subject matter in this first story on the war in the Ukraine are extremely graphic and may be hard to hear or see. At least 50 people were killed, including 5 children, when a missile hit a crowded train station Friday in the eastern city of Kramatorsk.
Ukraine is accusing Russia of packing the missile with cluster munitions to maximize casualties. The city's mayor estimates 4,000 people were at the station, waiting to escape Russia's assault on the Donbass. The survivors of the Kramatorsk Train Station attack have been evacuated from the region. Ben Weidman reports from the train station.
At 10:30 in the morning Friday, as many as 4,000 people were here at the Kramatorsk railway station waiting to be evacuated when there was a large blast overhead that rained down thousands of pieces of shrapnel on the crowd below. At least 52 people were killed. You can still see the blood all over the ground. As many as 100 people were wounded. All the injured have been evacuated out of this city to the city of Dnipro and the capital, Kyiv, because, of course, there is a profound fear that there is going to be a massive Russian assault on the eastern Ukraine. Here we can see there's a shoe that's been ripped apart by shrapnel. The authorities in this part of Ukraine have urged all civilians, especially women, children, and the elderly, to leave as quickly as possible because of fears of that Russian assault. This is a city where just to the east of here there have been intensive Russian bombardments on Ukrainian positions. So the evacuation continues. Prior to the blast on Friday, they were handling about 8,000 people leaving the city. Now the evacuation effort has moved elsewhere because this station is no longer functioning. Here inside the station, more blood on the floor. Many of the wounded were dragged inside for fear there might be yet another blast. This is the luggage of those who were killed and wounded, left behind. There's more blood here on the floor. Cleanup crews are just almost 48 hours after the blast coming to clean up. But here we see more glass on the floor. What happened here can only be described as a massacre. I'm Ben Weidman, CNN, reporting from Kramatorsk in eastern Ukraine.
Again, that was Ben Weidman with CNN. When we come back, we'll be looking at the confirmation of the new Supreme Court Justice, Ketanji Brown-Jackson. Don't go away.
KNWT for Hire is all about sharing a story, a message, and connecting the community. We cover a multitude of events, both within the university and Maryville. We roll in, we set up, and we capture. We're here to offer an experience, not only for those present, but for all.
Welcome back to Channel 8 News. I'm Alexis Kuhnert.
And I'm Colby Holtman.
Judge Ketanji Brown-Jackson spoke Friday about her confirmation to become the first black woman on Supreme Court. The Senate confirmed her nomination Thursday in a 53-47 vote, which fell primarily along party lines, with 3 Republicans supporting her.
It has taken 232 years and 115 prior appointments for a black woman to be selected to serve on the Supreme Court of the United States. But we've made it.
Flanked by President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris on the White House lawn, Jackson took time to note those who came before her to make her achievement possible.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Justice Thurgood Marshall, and my personal heroine, Judge Constance Baker Motley. They and so many others did the heavy lifting that made this day possible. And for all of the talk of this historic nomination and now confirmation, I think of them as the true path breakers. I am just the very lucky first inheritor of the dream of liberty and justice for all.
Jackson will take her seat as a justice on the Supreme Court when the current term ends this summer, and Justice Stephen Breyer retires.
Coming up next, we'll be looking at Northwest's celebration of quality event, followed by the awards and recognition ceremony. Stay tuned for more.
Northwest Tower Yearbook has dedicated over a century to documenting life on campus and in the Maryville community. The award-winning organization has numerous Pacemaker Awards and a spot in the Associated Collegiate Press Hall of Fame. Learn more about Tower at the handles below.
Unlike other organizations on and around campus, here, the students do it all.
KNWT is a student-run and student-produced television station.
To support this content and Northwest Media students,
you can go to our YouTube channel at KNWT Channel 8
and watch the latest shows or even enjoy blasts from the past.
Welcome back to Channel 8 News. I'm Colby Holtman.
And I'm Alexis Kuhnert.
The Society of President's Scholars, the Honors Program, and the Provost Office are proud to sponsor the Celebration of Quality event, an interdisciplinary symposium spotlighting exceptional student work throughout campus.
Students presented creative writing, original research papers and analytical papers, speeches, panel discussions, and original works of art or visual summaries of their science, education, and business projects. Our field reporter Kirsten Stokes has more on this event.
On Friday, April 8th, the Northwest Society of President's Scholars and the Provost Office sponsored Celebration of Quality held in JW Student Union. This event was focused on celebrating and encouraging all students to display various projects like podcast, illustration work, and science analyses.
The Celebration of Quality is an interdisciplinary academic symposium that highlights the exceptional work done by student projects and so on. And this event is jointly sponsored by the Society of President's Scholars and the Provost Office. And it's open to all Northwest students.
The great thing about this event is the versatility of creativeness on Northwest campus that allows students like Naya Patel to showcase her own original music.
This was a project we were required to make in the media design class, and we used Photoshop, Illustrator, and Adobe Animate. I wrote this song myself in 11th grade. It meant something to me. So I was like, yeah, this is the perfect time to make it significant. I'm really thankful to my professor. He gave me the chance to at least show my work to people, and it feels great when people see your work and appreciate it.
There were various scientific analyses that I had a hard time understanding, but what I did understand was the passion and drive that these students had for their projects.
So I compared 4 species, Drunkitella fertibacterium, Synergistis, and Pyramidobacter. It took me 2 semesters, so basically a whole year, to do the research, and then I found out some genes in those research that help pathogens to survive in a host, and how those pathogens and those genes also help those hosts to resist most of the drugs that have been found to reduce or treat infections in infected hosts.
The projects were important, and the passion and courage to display and explain it to other students and faculty members mattered. To learn more about events like this, you can click the link in our description box below. For the stories that matter to you, I'm Kirsten Stokes with Channel 8 News.
Thanks, Kirsten. In related news, Northwest held its awards and recognition ceremony last week. The ceremony is a collaborative celebration involving the Office of Student Involvement, Student Senate, Office of International Involvement, Library Services, and other organizations to recognize excellence among Northwest students, faculty, and staff.
Our field reporter Uhoman April Moltok met the coordinator of student employment, Paula McLean, and the university event coordinator Jordan Greenhall to discuss the significance of this event.
The Northwest Annual Awards Recognition Ceremony took place at the J.W. Jones Student Union Ballroom on Monday, April 4th. It was a collaborative celebration of the Office of Student Involvement, Student Senate, Office of International Involvement, Library Services, and the overall excellence of Northwest students, faculty, and staff. Coordinator of Student Employment, Paula McLean, and University Event Coordinator, Jordan Greenhall, shared the history of the event and its importance to the Northwest community.
This was actually one of the first events that I did, and it was in person, just like it was today. And we had quite a few nominees, but not near as many as we did today, which is great. I love seeing that more people are getting out there and nominating their peers and faculty and staff for awards. This is the first time it's been held in person in 2 years, and it was just a nice event to get back in the flow of things.
I feel it's really important that we take time to recognize those students that have exceptional skills and exceptional contributions to the university, as well as the staff and the faculty that go above and beyond. We always are quick to point out negatives, and very rarely do we do the positives, and so it's always great to take a moment to say, hey, this was something really special that happened. This is something that somebody went out of their way on a consistent basis. These people put their hearts and souls into either their jobs or their organization, and we should take time to recognize those people and let them know that we appreciate that above and beyond in leadership across campus, whether it's students, staff, or faculty.
For the stories that matter to you, I have been April Moltok, reporting for Channel 8 News.
Thanks, Uhoman. Well, that is all the time we have here at Channel 8 News. But before we go, be sure to click on the links below to rewatch certain sections of our show and to find more information about the events we mentioned in this episode.
We also want to hear from you guys on these stories, so leave a comment below. And be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications button for all the latest news, updates, and other content right here on our YouTube page at KNWT TV.
From all of us here at Channel 8 News, and for the stories that matter to you, I'm Colby Holtman.
And I'm Alexis Kuhnert.
And have a great night.